Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of golden era charm, welcome to the one and only Vintage Airwaves. I want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. To all my friends out there in Radio Land, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's get started with the program.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Yes?
Hi, Marilyn.
Oh, hi, Val.
Guess what?
What?
I got a catalog this morning.
That's nice.
I'll hold it up so you can see. Didn't you hear me? I said I got
What's so special about a catalog? You get a lot of them, don't you?
Yes, but this one is from the Bureau.
Oh.
Well, isn't that simply the greatest?
I suppose so.
You suppose? Wait till you see it. It's beautiful.
I know.
You think you do, but you can't. Not until you've seen it for yourself.
I got one, too.
You did? Why didn't you call me?
I was going to. Honest.
Isn't it wonderful? Oh, I can hardly wait. How long does it take, do you think?
I don't know. A few days.
But the transformation prom's next week.
They have to give us time to decide.
I don't need time. I've already made up my mind.
You have?
Number 12. They're so beautiful with perfect blonde hair and those little noses that turn up at the end.
My mother's a number 12.
I know, and she looks so fabulous. Don't you think she looks fabulous? My mother's a number 14, but I always thought your mother looks so much better. Who wants to be a brunette? Nobody has dark hair nowadays. There's this one girl at school, that senior Jennifer. Well, she picked number 14. What a mistake. Nobody liked it. She tried to dye her hair last week and it came out all red and springy looking. Now she wears extra makeup. She thinks we won't notice, but her hair doesn't go with anything else.
I have red hair.
Oh, I know.
Do you think there's something wrong with red hair?
No, honest. It's great, really. But when you think about what you'll look like after the transformation, isn't it dreamy? Maybe I'll pick number 15. They have such nice long legs. Of course, number 11 does too, just like a dancer. Not as slim as number 12, but...
I gotta go.
To look at your catalog, I bet. Hold it up to the phone so I can see.
It's not here.
Well, where is it? You didn't lose it, did you? Better check, because if you did...
My mother's got it.
Oh, good. I mean, I want to ask her a question. Do you think she's happy being a number 12? If she could give me her opinion before...
Yeah, I'll tell her. Bye, Val.
Portrait of an American girl caught in that transition known as the terrible teens. The place? A world very much like our own, with all the modern conveniences that make life healthy, happy, and safe. The time? Only a few years from now, when the passage into adulthood has been rendered as pleasant and painless as possible. The answer is technology, and the guarantee that beauty is available not only to the lucky few, but to all, equally and without prejudice. Call it the American dream. For what young girl would not want to be beautiful? Given the chance, what girl will not happily exchange a plain face for a pretty one, an overweight body for a slender one, a lonely adolescence for popularity? It's a dream that might happen tomorrow. But as we're about to see, it's already happening in the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, Number 12 Looks Just Like You, starring Bonnie Somerville and Charles Shaughnessy, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
What are you doing, honey?
I'm looking at the scrapbook.
My old scrapbook? Oh, dear. How embarrassing.
I think it's nice.
You should be looking at your new catalog. Here, I brought it back.
That's all right.
They all look so pretty, don't they? I can't decide. The 17 reminds me of your father. His features, I mean. But I think the 12 might suit you better.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I don't know.
I thought we should look at it together, all right?
If you say so.
Of course, you can't see the details clearly. The holograms are so small. Just the basic faces and figures and how they look wearing different outfits. But you get the idea. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Are you listening to me?
I'm sorry, Mothers. Some of the pictures in this old album...
Sometimes I don't understand you, darling.
What do you mean?
Most girls your age are thrilled to death when it's time to choose a pattern. Have you even looked at the catalog?
Yes.
I remember how excited I was before I made my choice. I couldn't sleep for 3 nights. The patterns were all so lovely, I couldn't make up my mind. My mother had to help me decide. I finally chose number 12. I guess that's everyone's favorite.
Is it?
Aren't you excited?
Mm-hmm.
What is it in that old album that's so fascinating?
The way you were. Before.
Oh, you can't be serious.
This page, for instance.
Not that one.
It is you, isn't it? See? It says Lana Donnelly.
Oh, I can't believe how plain I was. No wonder I didn't have any friends as a child. The sandy hair, all those freckles.
Like mine?
Well, that's what you inherited. But when I see that thick waist in the picture, those ugly, shapeless legs, I absolutely want to cringe. I wish your father hadn't given you this book. Hard to believe, I know, but I'm afraid the awful truth is it's me, before my transformation.
I knew it.
I was such a sight.
I wouldn't say that. I think you were beautiful. I really do.
Well, I certainly don't. I was unbearably homely. It was always hard on me at school until, well, thank goodness for the transformation. It's the most marvelous thing that could happen to a person, and it didn't come a moment too soon.
Am I very homely now?
Of course you aren't. Not to me. But afterwards, oh, think of it. You'll be beautiful.
Mother.
Yes, dear.
May I ask you a question?
Anything at all.
Suppose I didn't want it.
What?
I wouldn't have to, would I?
Darling, what are you talking about?
At least I could wait a little while, couldn't I? Would that be all right?
Oh, I don't think so. It has to be done at just the right time, a certain stage in your growth. Later, it's much harder. That's why the Bureau notified you. The time is now.
But what if I'm not ready?
You're just nervous, darling. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. Say, I know what you need.
You do?
A glass of instant smile. I'll ring for Grace.
I don't need anything.
I think you do, if you could see yourself. But all of that will change. Just think. Turn it over in your mind and savor it. Very soon now, very, very soon, you can look like this. Or this.
Who's that one?
She's exactly your age. Isn't she beautiful? Her name is, let me see, Melanie Moore. There's no reason why this couldn't be you. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
You rang, Mrs. Q-Barrel?
Lana.
Pardon me, Lana.
A cup of instant smile for my daughter, Grace.
Yes, ma'am.
On second thought, make it 2. I could use a little pick-me-up myself.
Right away.
Teaching the help to use first names can be a problem these days. But we're all equal, aren't we?
Yes, Mother.
Remember that. After all, Grace is a number 12, too. Even if she is our maid.
Oh, Mother.
Why so glum, darling?
I'm tired. I think I'll go to my room and lie down.
That's a good idea. You're not yourself today.
Oh? Who am I?
You act as though there's something wrong with the transformation. I don't understand what possible objection anyone could have to being beautiful. After all, isn't everybody? Someone's at the front door, Grace.
Yes, Lana. Be right there.
Never mind, I'll get it.
Hello, Lana.
Oh, Rick. Thanks for coming by.
How's Marilyn?
The same.
I almost couldn't believe what you said on the vid phone.
I couldn't believe it myself. But it's true. She doesn't want the transformation. Can you imagine?
Let me talk to her.
I wish you would.
Where is she now?
In her room. I'll let her know you're here.
Yes.
Marilyn, are you awake?
Why?
Uncle Rick is here.
He is? Be right there.
That girl. You were her father's brother, Rick. What did he tell her?
How do you mean?
What could he possibly have said to give her these crazy ideas?
It's an interesting question. Don't jump to conclusions. He was a good man.
I know that.
A little strange, perhaps, but a good man. I'll have a word with her. Might not have been his fault, you know.
Then whose?
Hard to say. They pick up so many peculiar notions from the Trivid and at school.
Here she is now. Don't let on that I called you.
I won't.
Honey, look who stopped by to see you.
Hi, sweetheart.
Uncle Rick!
Oh, forget that uncle stuff, will you? You want me to start feeling old?
Oh, you're not old. Can you stay?
For a few minutes, I guess. I was just passing by and
You two will excuse me.
What's the matter, Mom?
Nothing. I'm late for my culture class.
Still taking that night course, huh?
Well, I can't miss a chance to improve myself, can I? Make yourself comfortable, Rick. If you need anything, Grace is in the other room.
Sure. Nice to see you, Lana.
Nice to see you. Come back soon, will you? We'll all have dinner together.
Sounds great. Bye now. Now then, what's all this about?
What's what about?
Well, I gather your mother is worried.
Oh.
Don't say it like that. She cares very much about you.
Because I don't want to be transformed?
Something like that.
Because I want to stay ugly.
Stop it. You're many things, honey. Most of them delightful, but you're definitely not ugly. You're just...
Just what? Not beautiful?
Some people might say so.
What would you say?
You're different looking.
Different good or different bad?
Doesn't matter. The point is, people choose transformation when the opportunity comes along.
I guess I'm not like other people.
Your father chose it.
I know. He was a number 17 just like you.
Well, yes. 17 is the favorite for men these days. Has been for the past 20 years. My brother was a perfectionist. Wouldn't settle for anything less.
Uncle Rick.
Yes?
Haven't you ever wanted to look like you?
I do look like me.
But you also look like a lot of other people.
And all considered rather handsome, or so I'm told. Is that bad?
Is it good to be like everybody? Isn't that the same as being nobody?
I think it's time you tell me.
Tell you what?
Where you've been getting these radical ideas.
My father used to say...
Your father was a handsome man, wasn't he?
Yes, but he read books. He thought about things. Sometimes we talk, just the two of us.
Everybody talks.
I mean about real things, not just electronic baseball or the super soccer team or where to buy a dress or fix your hair.
Is there something wrong with sports, Marilyn, or buying new dresses? Think of all the businesses that would close down if nobody thought about them.
But if you make that all there is in life...
Sorry, sweetie, I have to be going. For now, I'd say you're out of sorts. It's not unusual at your age. You better have a glass of Instant Smile. Ask Grace to bring one in.
I've had a glass of Instant Smile. I've had glass after glass after glass. And you know something? It doesn't do any good.
Take it easy.
I don't feel like smiling. I feel like frowning. In fact, I want to cry. I'm unhappy and I don't know why. Do you understand? I'm just not happy.
I'll tell you what you are. I don't know how it happened, but I'd say you're a very sick young lady.
Why? Because I don't want to be like everyone else?
I'll tell your mother to make an appointment with the doctor tomorrow. Till then, take care of yourself, sweetie. And try not to worry. We'll all be better very soon. You'll see.
What's wrong with me? Somebody please tell me. What's wrong with me?
So glad you could come.
Thanks, Mrs. Q-Barrel.
Lana, please.
Oh, sure. Lana.
We haven't seen much of you lately.
I know.
Marilyn, look who dropped by.
Who?
Hi, Marilyn.
Val?
Yes, it's me.
Oh, I didn't recognize you.
Doesn't she look fabulous?
I feel fabulous. Number 12 has always been my favorite, ever since I was a little girl.
Well, it was worth the wait, wasn't it?
You bet.
Are you two going out tonight?
I don't think so, but if Marilyn wants to.
I can't. I have to do my online homework.
Just a visit, then. I'll leave you alone. I know you have a lot to talk about. Remember, Val, you're always welcome here.
Thanks, Lana.
If you need anything...
We're fine, Mother.
Don't be such a stranger, Val.
I promise. See you soon.
She told you, didn't she?
Well, yes.
And that's why you're here.
Really, Marilyn, don't you think you're being silly about the whole thing?
I think it's my own business.
Well, of course it is. But I don't understand. Nobody does.
I just don't see why I have to make up my mind right now. There's no law, is there?
But everyone has it done.
Fine. They're not me.
It doesn't hurt or anything if that's what you're worried about. When they did mine, I didn't feel a thing.
I'm sure it didn't.
Well, what then? You like the way I look, don't you?
Sure. You look just like my mother now. Oh, excuse me. Like Lana.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing, Val. But I like you.
Of course you do.
We're friends. We'd be friends even if you didn't have the transformation. Don't you know that?
That's not the important thing.
What is important, Val?
It's like getting a new dress or a new hairstyle. You just look better. You want to look as nice as you can, don't you?
If I do it, I'll look like one of those holograms in the catalog.
That's right, you will. And they're all beautiful, aren't they? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. But somehow I have this feeling that it's wrong.
Why?
How will you know me afterwards? How will anyone know me?
That doesn't make sense. You know what I think, Marilyn? I think you're just plain weird. If everybody says it's all right, if the whole world thinks it is, then how can you say something different? I don't get it.
You're the one who doesn't get it. I don't want to look like someone else. Val, I want to look like me. I won't let them change me into something else. I won't let them. Help me, please, Val. I don't have anyone else who'll listen. Please help me.
Marilyn?
Mother?
No, I'm Miss Simmons.
Oh, you must be a number 12, too.
Why, thank you, dear. As a matter of fact, I am. Doctor will see you now.
Where's my mother?
She's already in the office. Would you like to come with me?
All right.
Dr. Hortel?
Yes, nurse.
Miss Q-Barrel is here.
Thank you, Eva.
Hello, Marilyn, darling. The doctor and I were just having a talk.
Please, call me Rex.
All right, Rex.
Would you care for a beverage, Marilyn?
No, thank you.
That'll be all for now.
Very well. Call me if you need anything.
Yes, I will.
Have a seat by me. The couch is very comfortable.
What's this for?
Oh, just a simple interview. Your mother, Lana, wanted us to get acquainted.
Why?
Rex will answer any questions you have.
I'll do my level best.
And I appreciate it. We both do. I'm sorry to have bothered you. It's such a small thing, really.
No, not at all. That's my job.
Marilyn, please, sit.
Now then, you're 18?
Yes.
Well, it must be about time to... Ah, yes, I see that you've already received your notice. Went out last week.
That's why we're here.
No, you mustn't worry.
I try not to.
Marilyn's like so many young people nowadays.
She is?
Mm-hmm. And it's our fault.
How so?
Well, because we haven't made things clear to her. It's a matter of communication. But when you deal with a bureaucracy, well, there's bound to be an information lag.
I read everything from the Bureau.
But it didn't give you any definite explanation of why you've had to wait this long. I'm sure it's been difficult. Marilyn looks at you, Lana, at the women all around her in pictures on the Trivid, and then she looks into a mirror. It has a negative effect on her self-image, not to mention her spirit.
There's nothing wrong with my spirit.
Marilyn, please.
Well, from pure perfection of body, face, limbs, pigmentation, carriage, stance, she sees herself and is horrified. Isn't that so?
Well,
Well, of course it is. The child asks herself, why must I be so hideous, off balance, oversized, awkward, when everyone around me is so perfect? In short, she's tired of being a monster. She's come close to giving up.
Dr. Rex, that's all well and good, but you don't understand.
He doesn't.
I beg your pardon?
She isn't just depressed or anxious, she's...
Well, go on, say it. You're my patient now. Everything is in strictest confidence.
Well, she's... I don't know quite how to put this.
I made up my mind.
You have?
I don't want to have the transformation.
You what?
I don't understand it either. She never said anything before, and now, suddenly...
Is this true?
Yes.
Oh, perhaps you'd like to talk about it.
Not particularly.
She won't give any reasons. She just...
Suppose you tell me, Marilyn. In your own words.
There's nothing to tell. I just don't want to change.
You do understand that transformation is a normal part of growing up. It has been for years now. In a way, it's a milestone. A sign of maturity. It means you're ready to take your place in the adult world.
How? By being like everybody else?
Well, I wouldn't say that. No, there are a great many styles in the catalogue. You're absolutely free to choose any one you like. There's no pressure on you at all. No coercion.
Isn't there?
No, that would be against regulations.
But I have to choose one, even if I don't want to. That's the way it's set up. If I don't, well, I don't even know what would happen to me.
You make it sound like you're being forced. No, that would be contrary to free will. And if there's one thing this country guarantees...
But what would happen if I don't? If I stay the way I want to be? Why do people care so much? I thought this was supposed to be a democracy where we respect everybody.
Marilyn.
Even if they want to be different. Even if they want to live their lives the way
You
they...
mustn't talk like that.
Why not?
You've been given every advantage, every privilege. We're talking about a chance to develop your full potential.
Would you mind if I conduct a test?
What kind of test?
A personality profile. For my records.
I don't see why not. Do you, Marilyn?
Come over here, please.
What's that machine?
Oh, it simply scans your mental activity, then prints it out on a strip of paper. The whole process takes a few seconds. It's quite painless, I assure you. All you need to do is sit in this chair.
It's all right, darling. I promise.
What are you putting on my head?
A cranial recorder. I'm sure you've had this done before.
You did. When you first started school, remember?
Right, close your eyes, please, and sit quietly. Now, you must understand, the transformation is desirable not only from an aesthetic point of view. It plays an important role in one's psychological adjustment. According to scientific research, it's absolutely vital. There, that's all there is to it.
What does it say?
Lana, was there anything specific that triggered your daughter's feelings? An emotional incident of some sort?
Nothing that I'm aware of. She's never shown much interest in her appearance, but I honestly can't imagine anything
Your
that
husband died in the Ganymede incident, I see.
5 years ago.
Did you ever discuss this matter with him?
Yes. I recall that he had some misgivings at first, but he finally chose number 17. Your number.
Huh, I see.
You remind me so much of him. Your eyes and the way you walk.
Well, that's hardly surprising. It's an outstanding design.
He's not Daddy, Mother, or Uncle Rick.
Now, you can go back to the couch now, Marilyn. we're all finished. Just lift the helmet off. You were very fond of your father, I take it.
Yes.
And you respected his opinions, didn't you?
He was very, very intelligent.
Oh, I'm sure he was. Did he ever tell you that the transformation was bad?
Not exactly.
I'm sure he didn't.
What did he tell you?
He said he thought it was tragic.
Jack had some ideas that were rather nonconformist, Doctor. But it was just talk. He had the highest physical and psychological rating with the rocket service.
Well, this is a very unusual case. I'll require some additional time to look into the matter. Suppose I get in touch with you, say, in a few days.
That will be fine. I appreciate your seeing us.
Did you find out?
What's that?
The machine. Did you find out what's inside my head?
Oh, your general intelligence rating is quite high. Social adaptation, good. Powers of reasoning appear normal. Oh, above normal, in fact.
Then why won't you let me make up my own mind?
Honey, please.
Why can't I? Why should I be forced to do something I don't want to do? You can't make me, can you?
Oh, no one has ever been forced to take the transformation. Now, the problem is to discover why you don't want it. Then, once we understand that, well, we'll make whatever corrections are necessary. You're something of a challenge, young lady. Don't you worry. I'm sure we'll be able to handle it. Whatever it takes.
Dr. Forrest, dial 118, please.
Where are we going?
This way, please. It's just at the end of the hall.
What part of the hospital is this?
They have the private offices down here.
I thought Dr. Hortel was going to meet me.
You mean Dr. Rex? He'll be along later. Miss Marilyn Cubero.
Come in, Marilyn. Sit down.
It's too dark. I can't see anything.
Walk toward the desk.
Wait.
See the chair?
Yes, but I can't see you.
Sorry, the lamp must be right in your eyes. Let me adjust it.
Who are you?
I am Professor Friend. Sigmund Friend. You must call me Sig. Dr. Rex has told me about you. I'm here to help. Sit, please.
Help me?
Help rid you of your fears of this necessary and important...
No, that isn't true. It's not necessary.
This very necessary, very important step in your life.
But why? Why does everyone want to force me to do something I don't want to do?
Why else but for your own good?
That doesn't make sense.
Why else would the state go to so much trouble and expense? Many, many years ago, wiser men than I decided to eliminate injustice and inequality from this world. They saw in physical unattractiveness one of the factors that make men hate. And so they charged the finest scientific minds with the task of eliminating, or at least minimizing, ugliness everywhere.
But I'm not ugly. I'm not pretty, but I'm not ugly either.
To others you may be.
Not to those who love me.
There's more to it than that. As we learn to reshape the features, remold the body, we also learn to eliminate most causes of illness, and thereby prolong life. Before the transformation, you might have expected to live 70, 80, perhaps 90 years. Now you may live twice that long, even 3 times. These are good things, don't you agree? Genuine advances for humankind.
Yes?
Your mother. She's lovely, is she not? At one time, her face and body would already have begun to show the marks of age, of decay. You would not deny her youth and beauty, would you?
But you could do that part without changing me, couldn't you? I wouldn't mind just that.
Someday you might. And then it would be too late for the transformation.
No, I'll never change my mind. I've thought about it, and I'm positive.
Why?
Did you ever read Shakespeare? Or Shelley? Or Keats?
Those books were banned many years ago. Where did you find them?
My father gave them to me. And dozens more. Aristotle, Socrates, Dostoevsky. Did you know Dostoevsky was an epileptic? Ugly, deformed, but he wrote about beauty, real beauty.
Marilyn, I warn you. This sort of subversive talk...
Those men wrote about life, about the dignity of the human spirit, about love.
I've heard enough. Interjecting smut into this interview is not going to help your case, not at all.
Then may I go now?
I've arranged a room for you. You'll be quite comfortable.
But I don't want to stay here. I want to go home.
It's only temporary. Your mother will be informed, and you'll be allowed visitors.
Mother, did you hear what he said? They want
I'm not your mother, dear, but I am a number 12. This way.
No, you can't make me stay here.
I'm afraid you must let me decide what is best for you.
This way.
No, please.
We're not going to hurt you. We're going to help you.
Let me go! Let me go!
We're almost there. Just ahead. Third room on the left.
And you're sure she's all right?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm so glad. Did you know, Doctor, we've been best friends since preschool?
Well, she's lucky to have a friend like you. And a mother who cares so much. Like you, Lana.
I hope she's awake.
Marilyn.
Dr. Rex?
You have company.
Oh, Mother.
She was quite upset last night. I gave her something to help her sleep.
Hello, darling.
You haven't done anything to her yet.
Oh, a mild sedative, nothing more. If you'll excuse me, I have to look in on another patient.
Of course, Doctor. Thank you.
Hi, Marilyn.
Hello, Val.
Are you okay?
I think so.
We'd have been here sooner, only the doctor said you were sleeping. How do you feel?
I don't know.
What happened?
Nothing. They just wouldn't let me go. Oh, Mother, they're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna make me do it.
That's not true, Marilyn. Dr. Rex promised, remember?
He was lying.
Lying? Why should he?
I don't know, but I know he has to say that to keep people from finding out.
Finding out what?
That they do the transformation whether you want it or not.
Don't try to sit up.
Didn't you hear what I said?
I can't see why you're so unhappy, when all they want to do is make you pretty.
But they don't.
What?
Last night before I went to sleep, I remembered something. I remembered what Father told me. He said, when everyone is beautiful, then no one will be. Because without ugliness, there is no beauty. Oh, Mother, don't you see? They don't care whether you're beautiful. They want everyone to be the same. That's all.
They? Who are you talking about?
I'm afraid it's time to go now.
Already?
If it's all right, I'd like to stay and talk to Marilyn some more.
Well, just for a few minutes.
Don't worry, dear. Everything's going to be fine. You'll see.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, I was thinking about what you said, what your father said. I don't see why he's so important to you.
Val!
I mean, he's dead, isn't he? Besides, you must have had other fathers. My mother's been married 11 times. Personally, I always like the stepfathers better anyway.
Please, Val.
You've had 9 fathers since the first one. Well, haven't you? Everybody marries everybody these days.
Val, stop.
After all, how can anybody live with the same husband for 100 years? Besides, from what I hear, your first father wasn't much fun.
Stop talking about my father. You didn't know him. I loved him. He was good, kind, and he cared about me. Not the way I looked, but what I thought, what I felt. And he cared about himself, his dignity as a human being. My father wasn't killed in the Ganymede incident, Val. He killed himself.
Why?
Because when they took away his identity, who he was, there was no reason left to live.
I don't understand.
And I don't understand you, Val. Look at me. Do you ever feel anything?
Sure. I feel good. I always feel good. Like that poem we learned in school. Life is pretty, life is fun. I am all and all is one.
You don't get it.
Get what? What are you talking about?
You really don't. You can't. You can't understand anything.
I gotta go, Marilyn. Goodbye.
I have to get out of here.
Dr. Kravitz, a visitor in the main lobby.
You're number 14, aren't you?
Yes. Do you like 14s?
I do now. Have you had lunch yet? I was just on my way to the 22nd floor.
That's amazing. So was I.
Working a long shift today?
Till 7. Then I'm free.
That's great. Say, have you seen the Holo Lounge yet? If you like, I was thinking we could...
Which is the way out? I can't remember. Must be those 2 doors at the end. Mother?
What's that?
Is that my mother on the gurney?
Is your mother pregnant?
No.
Then your mother must be at number 12. Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
What are you doing in your hospital gown?
I was just looking for the nurse.
You better stay in your room. Push the button by the bed. The nurse will be along.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you. The double doors. This has to be the way. Hello? What is this place? Somebody?
Hello, my dear.
We've been expecting you.
Dr. Rex? Where am I? What?
This is an operating room.
No!
No need to run. Sooner or later, everyone decides to be beautiful.
What number have you chosen?
No, please, please!
Ah, Mrs. Cubero. Val. Just in time.
Is it all over, Doctor?
All over.
Is she okay?
She's fine. You'll see for yourself.
I've been so worried the last few days. She seemed in such a state.
It's as I told you. Occasionally, a young person has difficulty adjusting to the idea. It always works out fine in the end. It never fails. A complete self-contained procedure.
Mother! Val!
You see? What did I tell you?
Look at me, Mother. Look at me.
Marilyn?
Well, what do you think?
You're beautiful. Simply beautiful.
Wow, I love your long legs.
And the nicest part of all, Val, now I look just like you and Mother.
Turn around so I can see you.
Do you like my makeup? They even gave me some high heels. Of course, I'll need a new dress to go with my new look.
Yes, yes you will. Come along, Marilyn. We'll do some shopping on the way home. Then we'll have a party, and all your friends can come over. You're going to have so many new friends from now on.
I know. Isn't it exciting?
Portrait of a young lady in love for the first time with herself. Improbable? Perhaps. But in an age of plastic surgery, bodybuilding, an infinity of cosmetics, and an obsession with appearance, let us hesitate to say impossible. These and other blessings, some of them decidedly mixed, may await us in the not-too-distant future, or at least a future to be found in the Twilight Zone.
Hi, this is Carl Amari, producer of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our official website at twilightzoneradio.com, where you'll get the latest news and information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas. Plus, at twilightzoneradio.com, you can digitally download 3 free episodes or any of our episodes for only $1.95 each. In this age of ever-changing technology, we've decided to make these episodes instantly available to you by making the Twilight Zone radio dramas a digital download-only series. This means that this series will no longer be offered on CD. The CD collections at our website are now being offered, while supplies last, at buy one, get one free. So be sure to get your favorites before they're sold out. Be sure to visit us often, and I'll see you in the zone.
Number 12 Looks Just Like You, starring Bonnie Somerville and Charles Shaughnessy, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by John Tomerlin from a story by Charles Beaumont. Heard in the cast were Mike Starr, Linda Reiter, Rebecca Spence, David Darlow, Nick Sandys, Nina Lascelles, Tom McElroy, Rick Arthur, Chobi Cerny, Fernette Lebo, and Terry Lopez. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari for Falcon Picture Group. Sound design and custom Foley effects for The Twilight Zone by Cerny American creatives Bob Benson, Craig Lee, Michael Slaybach, and Matt Sorrell. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to contact us, visit our official website at twilightzoneradio.com. Doug James speaking.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Mr. Sperry, Director of Development. Please hold. Good morning, sir.
Yes, this is market research. Mr. Abercrombie is still alive.
Mr. Jameson's office, personnel. I asked Mr. Sterling to return your call. Oh, hello, sir.
Legal department. I'll connect you with Mr. Farwell.
No, he hasn't. Not yet. May I take your number?
Miss Pepper.
Mr. Feathersmith, how are you this morning?
Miss Pepper, when the old gentleman arrives, will you show him in?
Of course, sir. Is there anything I can get you? The mail's on your desk. I have a list of your appointments.
The old gentleman, that would be...
Mr. Dietrich?
Then it's Der Tag.
What's that?
The day.
Today?
Isn't that right, Helen?
Well, he has an appointment.
He's going to get it. Mr. Feathersmith will have him drawn and quartered and served up in the executive dining room with an apple in his mouth.
Shh, there's Mr. Dietrich.
Excuse me. I have an appointment to see Mr. Feathersmith.
Oh, yes, Mr. Dietrich.
If you'd let him know that I'm here.
He's expecting you, sir. Go right in.
Thank you very kindly.
Yes.
Mr. Dietrich, sir?
Come in.
I can just see him now, that big happy grin before he draws blood. Have a cigar, Mr. Dietrich, before I rip you to pieces.
A cigar, Mr. Dietrich?
You're about to witness a murder, a willful, predatory case of homicide. The victim is a Mr. Sebastian Dietrich, age 77. The killer is a Mr. William Feathersmith, a robber baron whose body composition consists of refrigeration coils covered by thick skin. In a moment, Mr. Feathersmith will proceed on his daily course of conquest and calumny with yet another business deal. But today's deal will be one of those bizarre transactions that take place only in an odd, out-of-the-way marketplace known as the Twilight Zone.
And now, back to the Twilight Zone with Of Late I Think of Cliffordville, starring H.M. Wynant, with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
I said, would you like a cigar?
No, thank you, Mr. Feathersmith. You asked me to come here at 2, and it is now 2. What did you have on your mind?
You've never cared much for my personal habits, have you, Dietrich? Smoking, for example.
Whether I do or don't is really not at issue, Mr. Feathersmith, but the extent of time that you keep me here is, on the other hand, of considerable import. I'm a busy man. I'd like to get on with it.
Oh, by all means. We've gone a pretty far route, the two of us.
Have we?
I owe you a great deal, Mr. Diedrich. I remember vividly the afternoon many, many years ago, back in Cliffordville. You called me into your office. You ran a rinky-dink, nickel-and-dime little tool shop. And you said, Bill Feathersmith, I like your style, boy. I want you in with me. Do you remember that afternoon?
I shall never forget that afternoon, Mr. Feathersmith. I've thought about it a good deal in the ensuing years, and I've never ceased to regret it.
You never did like me.
I wouldn't say that. I have disliked and detested you with great cordiality. I have found you to be, as of the day you walked into my office, a predatory, grasping, covetous, acquisitive animal. Without heart, without conscience, without compassion, and without even a subtle hint of the most commonplace decency. Does that answer your question?
I give you this, Diedrich. You never were a man to toady around with a lot of phony euphemisms. You always did speak your mind.
And you, Mr. Feathersmith, mark you, this is perhaps the singular compliment I can dredge up, have always been a man to speak yours, so why don't you?
All right, then. I'll do precisely that. See this map? It's my empire. Mining over here, electronics here, here and here, lumber, railroads, minerals, an industrial complex I built up step by step, piece by piece, and in which I take pardonable pride. Yet there's a piece missing.
Go on.
Well, that is to say, there was a piece missing. The Diedrich Tool and Die plant.
Was?
A good, substantial plant employing 13,000 people, some 40 years in operation, not always perfectly managed.
But sufficiently well to make you move heaven and earth to try to buy it. Thank God I won't live to see the day when you get your greasy hands on it.
Of course, as a matter of your financial problems, I happen to know, Mr. Diedrich, that you secured a loan of $13 million. This is the note here, isn't it?
How do you...
I bought the note, Mr. Diedrich. I paid an exorbitant amount of money, far more than it was worth, but it was, let's say, an exceptional opportunity for our lives to crisscross again.
What is your point?
The point is right here on the note. It says payable on demand. So, on demand it is. I want it paid, not tomorrow. Now, this moment, I want your personal check in the amount of $13 million, or I'm very much afraid I'll have to send out the painters to the Diedrich Tool and Die Works and cross your name off the sign.
Feathersmith, if you call in that note, you'll ruin me. You'll put me into bankruptcy. You'll kill off everything I have, everything I own.
You're a most discerning man. Here it is only 6 minutes past 2. 6 minutes! That's all the time it's taken for you to comprehend that I've managed to kill you off.
Mr. Dietrich, are you all right? Sir, is everything...
Would you like to sit down? You look so pale.
Miss Pepper? Miss Pepper? Where is she? What time is it?
Oh, excuse me, sir. I didn't know you were still here.
I'm here, my good man. I'm assuredly here. And here is the mountaintop. The high rung on the ladder.
I'll finish cleaning later.
No. You may join me on the mountaintop. Here I am, way up on the mountain, like who was it? Genghis Khan or Julius Caesar? Julius Feathersmith.
Don't worry, sir. I'll clean it up.
Who are you, anyway?
I'm Hackett, sir. The custodian, top 3 floors.
Well, How would you like a drink, Mr. Custodian of the top 3 floors? Yes, I have another bottle somewhere.
Thank you, no, but I appreciate it.
How long have you been performing this illustrious task?
34 years, sir. I've been 34 years in the building. I got a gold watch last year.
A gold watch? After 34 years. That's practically as long as I've been in the building. But I didn't start here. No. I know indeed. I started in a little town called Cliffordville. Never hear of Cliffordville, Mr. Hackett?
That's a coincidence, Mr. Feathersmith. I was born in Cliffordville. Grew up there.
Well, then we have something in common. We're both from Cliffordville, and we both put on our pants, one leg at a time. But there, the similarity ends. Come here, I want to show you something.
Yes, sir?
See this picture on the wall? Know who it is?
Why, I'm not sure.
That's William Feathersmith. Me. Taken in front of our old home in Cliffordville. Now that was a town, wasn't it? That was a real place. Stately trees, gracious homes, beautiful sprawling park, and real people who knew the value of a buck, people who worked hard to get it. There was none of this crazy stuff about unions, retirement benefits, or antitrust suits, or any of that claptrap. Those were the real times, when a man could go up to the stars if he had a mind to, and the legs to carry him, and the fingers to reach out and grasp. Not like now. Nah, not like now at all.
I reckon so.
I'm going home now, Mr. Hackett. May as well. No place else to go.
Yes, sir.
I've been sitting here for 3 hours, all by myself, thinking about Cliffordville. About how I wished it was that way again. I had an old man here today, Diedrich. He gave me my first real job. Well, I fixed his wagon. He never liked me, I never liked him. We both used each other, and I got the most use out of it. I broke him to pieces today, just like he would have done to me if he could. And he's tried, Mr. Hackett, let me tell you. He's tried.
Good night, then, Mr. Feathersmith.
William Feathersmith, what a crock. Alexander Feathersmith is more like it. Alexander the Great Feathersmith. I've got everything there is to get. But I'm still hungry. Understand? I'm hungry. A 20-course meal. I've got a tapeworm inside me that's taken every bit of it.
He cried.
What? What did you say?
Alexander the Great. He cried because he had no more worlds to conquer. I guess maybe he was kind of like you, Mr. Feathersmith.
You know what I wish? I wish I could go back to Cliffordville. Back 50 years ago and start all over. Because getting it all, that was the kick. Not having it, getting it. Good night, Mr. Hackett, custodian of the top 3 floors. Don't forget to wind your gold watch. Oh, at last. Hold on. This isn't the lobby. Hey, wait! I said wait! Where? The 13th floor. Oh, great. But well, this building doesn't have a 13th floor. Hello? Who's there? Hello? Hello? Oh, I'm glad you're still here. The elevator let me off at the wrong floor.
Oh, how do you do, sir? I was just about to close up.
Who are you?
Devlin.
Just Devlin?
The first name's not important.
No. I own this building.
I'm aware of that, Mr. Feathersmith.
What I'm not aware of is you're having an office here, whoever you are.
Oh, I've just opened it, Mr. Feathersmith.
Devlin's Travel Service.
As a matter of fact, I opened it for your convenience.
Mine?
Would you care to come in?
Why?
Why, because, Mr. Feathersmith, We've got some business to transact, you and I. Please, have a seat. There's no reason why we shouldn't be comfortable, is there?
I must have missed something. We have business? What sort of business?
Travel, of course. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Sit, please. Now, isn't there anywhere you'd like to go? Your heart's desire?
Well, there was this town.
Of course there was.
The name of the town was Cliffordville.
Ah, yes, Cliffordville. And it was a pleasant town?
It was better than pleasant. And there were the local girls. Oh, beautiful, just beautiful.
They always are. Go on. You were saying?
I remember old Doc Wagner, too. Treated me when I broke my arm. That's another thing. There was none of this blood pressure, basal metabolism, cholesterol nonsense. Old Doc Wagner looked at your tongue and wrote out a prescription, and that was it. And the food, simple, fair, healthy, and delicious. That was the way life was then. Simple.
And you enjoyed that, didn't you?
What? No, I didn't have time to enjoy anything. But I did what I wanted to do. I worked, I scrambled, I dug, I scratched, I pushed, drove, and I went up. Understand? I went up.
And now you're all the way up. But you're simply bored. That's what it is, isn't it, Mr. Feathersmith?
I'm worse than bored. I don't have any purpose now. No plans. No drive because there's no place left to go.
Are you sure?
The sign on your door, what does it mean exactly?
A succinct suggestion of the kind of service I offer, Mr. Feathersmith.
And that is?
Just as it says. Travel. Or more to the point, if you don't mind the rather melodramatic terminology, one might call it time travel.
Miss Devlin, I think we may have something to talk about after all.
Indeed, Mr. Feathersmith. You've got everything you want. And the pleasure is not in the acquisition. It's in the struggle to acquire. Isn't that the sense of it?
Go ahead.
So, let's do this. Let's send you back to Cliffordville. The Cliffordville of 50 years ago. And you can start fresh. Acquire. Build. Consolidate. Do it all over again. How does that sound?
You're not dealing with a bumpkin, Miss Devlin. This isn't one of those sell your soul for a nickel country boys. Try this. You send me back in time to Cliffordville, but I want to look like I looked 50 years ago.
Agreed.
Number 2, I want to keep my memory, everything that's happened since, not impaired one bit.
Check again.
And I want the town to be exactly as it was, the same people.
All very easily arranged.
Now for the price. I suppose the standard payment is, well, what you call a soul.
On occasion, that is part of the transaction, but in your case, I believe we got a hold of your soul some time ago. Let me check. Oh, yes, here it is. There was the crash of the Trans-Mississippi debentures, the company you bought and manipulated. You ruined several hundred people with that bit of chicanery. The bulk of your soul went over to us shortly thereafter, and there are several other items here. Private life, subconscious thoughts and dreams, indirect murders, people you drove to ruin, hopelessness and suicide. No, I'm afraid your soul is not yours to negotiate.
Then what do you charge?
Cash, Mr. Feathersmith. The old Missoula. I have your current assets tabulated here. Were you to liquidate as of this moment, you'd be worth precisely $136,891,412.14.
You're very thorough.
We have to be. Now, the cost for what you ask is nominal. The entire bill, and this covers transportation, clothing, the retaining of your memory, the maintenance of the town in its historically accurate form, including its citizenry, is $136,888,006, leaving you a balance of $2,812.14.
Highway robbery!
Quite a little nest egg, considering.
Considering that I know where the oil is, just outside of town, 1,400 acres not discovered until they brought in the first well. And of course I know the stock market in advance and every important invention over the years. Before it happens, I can get in on the ground floor.
The absolute basement. All things considered, Mr. Feathersmith, it's a fortune.
You just send me back there with my bankroll and watch my smoke. How soon can I go?
I'll handle the liquidation for you. Just sign this power of attorney, and there's no reason why you can't leave, say, tomorrow morning.
Done.
Exemplary, Mr. Feathersmith. You're one of the few remaining rugged individualists. A pleasure doing business with you. Now, Union Airways, 8 a.m., followed by a rail connection the rest of the way. I'm afraid there was no airport near Cliffordville back then. You'll arrive at noon, exactly 50 years ago. And needless to say, I wish you everything that you deserve.
Little lady, you don't have to wish me anything. I'll get everything I go after. Everything.
You know, Mr. Feathersmith, I believe you. In fact, I have no doubt whatsoever. Care for a cigar?
Here's your stop, sir.
Are you sure?
Yeah, this is it.
Yes, there's the town square.
You need a hand with your bags?
I don't have any bags, and I don't need a hand from anybody.
Then good day to you, sir. Enjoy your stay in Cliffordville. All aboard!
Cliffordville. The devil, you say?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
I'd like to see the president of the bank.
That would be Mr. Gibbons. Do you have an appointment?
No, but he'll see me.
He's having his lunch right now.
Tell him Mr. Feathersmith is here to talk about investments. Some very important investments.
All right, sir. I'll tell him.
Take your time, sweetie. By the time the bank closes, I'll have this dumpy little milk stop tied up with a ribbon around it, deliverable to me.
I'll only be a moment, sir. I don't normally let business interfere with pleasure.
I never allow pleasure to interfere with business. The name is Feathersmith. I'm not a peddler, a drummer, or door-to-door salesman. I'm here to make myself rich, and in the process, you'll pick up a few crumbs of your own.
I beg your pardon?
The Widow Turner's land. The south end of town. Is it available?
The Widow Turner's land.
There were 1,400 acres. Mr. Gibbons, is there an echo in here?
No, indeed. It's just that... Well, sir, you're talking about a valuable piece of property. A beautiful spot. Singing birds and constant sunshine. A Garden of Eden for a man with vision. The potential is unlimited.
It's a swamp for mosquitoes, and the potential's malaria. I just want you to tell me who owns it and how much they want for it.
As a matter of fact, it was purchased from the late Mrs. Turner's estate by yours truly, in partnership with a Mr. Sebastian Diedrich.
Diedrich, huh? What do you know? Well, do you suppose you and Mr. Diedrich could be persuaded to part with your land, assuming the price is right?
As valuable as it is, well, sir, everything has its price. How does $8 an acre sound?
Lovely.
Good.
If I were an idiot. But I'm not an idiot, Mr. Gibbons. I'll give you $1 an acre.
Well, why don't we strike a compromise and say $6?
Let's say $1.50.
You drive a hard bargain. Mr. Diedrich and I might hold still for $4 an acre.
Mr. Gibbons, you wouldn't hold still for a back rub if it couldn't be converted into currency. $2 an acre, and that's it.
2, you say?
2, I said. And 10 minutes from now, it'll go down to $1.60. Going.
Gone, Mr. Feathersmith. I presume this will be a cash transaction.
You bring the deed over to my hotel tonight, properly signed and notarized, and you'll have your money.
Well, now, sir, this is the way I like to do business. No fiddling around, just two staunch men of goodwill who know what they want. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Feathersmith?
I'll agree with you all the way down the line, Mr. Gibbons, as long as you keep both hands on the table.
Ah, Mr. Feathersmith.
Right on time.
I don't believe you two gentlemen have met. This is my associate, Mr. Dietrich. How do you do?
Yes, I recognize you, Mr. Dietrich. So very, very much younger, though.
You have me at a disadvantage, sir.
Never mind. Sit down. Please.
I presume you have the cash?
1,403 acres, $2,806.
You like to put all your eggs in one basket, don't you, Mr. Feathersmith?
Don't concern yourself, Mr. Dietrich. I happen to have an exclusive contract with the hen.
Waiter, beer's all around.
Right away, sir.
All right, gentlemen, let's get down to cases, shall we? When it comes to a fast shuffle, I don't mind telling you I'm a very knowledgeable dealer. Comment, Mr. Dietrich?
You have the floor, Mr. Feathersmith. You seem rather anxious to have it.
Just a human frailty to gloat a bit when one has just skinned a couple of professional skinners. I suppose you're thinking that when this pigeon flew into town, you plucked him bald. Well, I sent a telegram to a geologist this morning. He came in on the 1 o'clock train, spent the afternoon out at the Widow Turner's land, made some preliminary soil tests. Care to hear the results?
Feel free, sir.
Then I'll oblige. That crummy swampland you sold for $2 an acre is worth 1,000,000 times that. There's oil in that ground. Oil, understand? Black gold, enough to produce 500 barrels a day for the next 1,000 years. Oh, I swear I could almost feel sorry for you. Maybe you didn't hear me.
Oh, we heard you.
Oil. How's that for a shocker?
Well, at the time, it did make us gulp.
At the time?
4 years ago, when the first geological tests were done. There was no doubt then that the land had oil under it, 6,000 feet under it.
Which means that it might just as well be on the moon. There's no way that oil can be taken out.
What do you mean, no way? I could drill down 1 mile, 2 miles if need be.
Well, you could, perhaps, Mr. Feathersmith, but nobody else on Earth could, unless you've already invented such a drill.
Of course, I forgot. It wasn't until several years later that they came up with a drill bit strong enough to...
Something wrong, Mr. Feathersmith? Not feeling too well?
Something I ate.
Oh, something you ate, no doubt. Something like crow, sir?
Excuse me.
Mr. Kronk, this here is Mr.
Feathersmith.
Yeah, he says he wants to talk to us about inventions.
What kind of inventions?
Something that'll turn this 2-bit bicycle shop into a factory.
Such as?
Well, for starters, how about a motor-driven scooter for kids?
You want to enlarge upon that, Mr. Feathersmith?
What do you mean enlarge upon it? It's a gadget that gets kids around town. Teenagers, too, even businessmen.
What's it used for?
It's used to make about $200 million. That's what it's used for. Lightweight aluminum with wheels and an electric motor.
What's wrong with foot power?
Everyone's going to want these. Kids will be begging Santa Claus for them. Look, I'm handing you the whole thing on a platter. All you have to do is build it.
Well, I'll tell you what. You draw me a blueprint and some specifications, and Mr. Clark and I will give it a try.
I'm no crummy draftsman. I've given you the principle. All you have to do is manufacture it.
Not without a blueprint and specs and some backing. You have any money?
I can get it. Anyone with a little imagination could see.
Well, only place that makes loans around here is the bank. That'd be Mr. Gibbons. You better talk to him first, with your blueprints, of course.
I don't need you. What other machine shops are there in this hick town?
Well, you might try Otis over at the gas station. He's got all kinds of tools. Of course, he's pretty busy regrooving people's tires.
See you in the funny papers, boys. You'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
What was his name again? Featherhead?
Modems. You connect your home computer to the telephone line.
Your home what?
Cable television. You pick up the signal from a satellite.
What's a satellite?
Listen, you download it over a dish network.
Dishes? But nobody watches TV in the kitchen.
Pantyhose. I say take off your garter belt now and throw it out. Now.
And I say get out of my store. All the way out. You have a filthy mouth, sir.
Diedrich! I know this is your house. Come out here.
Who's out there?
It's me, Feathersmith.
Do you know what time it is?
It's 50 years too early. That's what time it is. Listen, I played it all wrong. I should have had it done the way it happened in the first place. I'll start in the morning, just like I did before.
What are you talking about?
You said I had get up and go. You said I had drive. Then I went to work for you and I moved up from there.
You want to do what again?
I want to go to work for you.
I wouldn't hire you if you were the last man on Earth. You're a loudmouth clod born to get suckered out of his last quarter. Now let me have my sleep.
I got to rest. Oh, this pain in my chest.
Are you all right, sir? You look pale. Why don't you sit down on this bench?
Doc Wagner? Is that you?
Now, you must be the new fella in town.
Nothing but idiots in this place.
Now, take it easy. That's not a very good pulse. Not good at all.
Never mind that. How do I get through to these village idiots here? They're peddling their lives away on bicycles, and I'm trying to give them the space age.
I don't know much about that. But I can tell a bad pulse when I feel one, and yours feels like the heart of a 75-year-old man. You sure don't take care of yourself.
What did you say? The pulse of a what?
A man in his 70s. If I've said it before, I've said it 100 times. Modern man drives himself to an early grave just trying to keep up with the pace of life nowadays.
Why, that dirty, cheap little thief. She didn't change me inside. That's why I'm so tired. That's why I can't make it here, because inside I'm old, the way I was.
Swallow 2 of these pills.
You horse doctor. I remember when you were diagnosing acute appendicitis as cramp colic. Go on, get out of here. You couldn't diagnose anything.
Well, I can diagnose insanity when I see it. And that's what my diagnosis is in your case. Insanity. Plain and simple.
I don't need you. I don't need this jerkwater town.
If I were you, I'd check myself in for observation. At a mental hospital.
Well, you're not me. It was that Devlin dame. That dirty, two-timing little hustler.
Why, Mr. Feathersmith, everything all right? You look a bit queasy.
You miserable.
Now, let's be fair. Nothing was said about changing your chronological age. You wanted to look 30. And you do. We said nothing about your insides. Your heart, veins, kidneys.
What about this town?
You wanted it as it was. The contract was very specific. It's really not my fault that your memory is so imperfect. And as to the possibility of investments, your problem was that you leapt before you looked.
But everything else is wrong, too. I mean, the deals, the inventions. They've never heard of space shuttles or microchips or...
Of course they haven't. And you, Mr. Feathersmith, because you're a wheeler-dealer, a raider, because you're a taker instead of a bringer, you are now what is commonly referred to as behind the old 8-ball.
Look, I don't want much. I swear to you. Make it the way it was, that's all. Get me back with Dietrich. Let me start out there, that's all I ask.
I think we might be able to arrange that. Mind you, purely as a gesture of sympathy. though it hurts me to mouth the word. Frankly, you are so unhappy, so totally abject a creature that I cannot find it in my... well, in the place where you'd normally find a heart, to leave you here. There's a train out at midnight. A special train.
Bless you, Miss Devlin.
Please.
I won't forget this.
There is a small surcharge for the service.
How much?
$40. Things do cost, Mr. Feathersmith.
I don't have $40. I don't have 10. I don't have...
What's this in your pocket? Well, how about that? This is your night. You have one negotiable item left. The deed. All you need to do is liquidate it.
But who'd buy it?
That I wouldn't know.
What do I do?
You've got a few seconds. Find yourself a customer. It's as simple as that.
But where?
There's a young fellow over there on his way home. You could ask him.
It's bargain night, right here.
Huh?
1,400 acres of singing birds, constant sunshine, all for $40. Here, please.
Well, for $40, I might be able to...
All aboard! Please hurry. There. You won't be sorry. You'll be rich. Hey, what's your name, young fella?
Hackett, sir. Bill Hackett.
Yes, want something?
I was gonna clean up, sir.
So clean up. Who are you?
Feathersmith, sir.
Great old town.
What is, sir?
I was just thinking about Cliffordville. That's where I grew up, got my start.
That's a coincidence. I grew up in Cliffordville, too.
Well, now, how similar we are, Mr. Feathersmith. We both came from Cliffordville, and we both put our pants on one leg at a time. And here we both wind up in the same building, each with his own particular function, eh?
Yes, sir, our own particular function. They gave me a gold watch 4 years ago. My 40th year as a custodian.
Well, now, maybe for your next 40 years, if you really apply yourself, Featherstone, I'll get you a box of these imported Cuban cigars. What do you think of that?
That sounds great, Mr. Hackett, sir.
Have one now, why don't you? On me.
Mr. William J. Feathersmith, tycoon, who tried the track one more time and found it muddier than he remembered it, proving with at least some degree of conclusiveness that nice guys don't always finish last, and some people should quit when they're ahead. Our tale of Iron Men and irony, delivered FOB from the Twilight Zone.
Hi, this is Carl Amari, producer of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our official website at twilightzoneradio.com, where you'll get the latest news and information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas. Plus, at twilightzoneradio.com, you can digitally download 3 free episodes or any of our episodes for only $1.95 each. In this age of ever-changing technology, we've decided to make these episodes instantly available to you by making the Twilight Zone radio dramas a digital download-only series. This means that this series will no longer be offered on CD. The CD collections at our website are now being offered while supplies last at buy one, get one free. So be sure to get your favorites before they're sold out. Be sure to visit us often, and I'll see you in the zone.
Of late, I Think of Cliffordville, starring H.M. Wynant, with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and based on a script by Rod Serling from a story by Malcolm Jameson. Heard in the cast were Susan Hart, Joe Forbrick, Doug James, Christian Stolte, Mike Baccarella, Jeff Lupetin, Meg Thalken, Jessica Schramm, Lynn Foley, Carl Amari, and Christy Schramm. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to obtain audio cassettes and CDs of these programs, visit our website at twilightzoneradio.com. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari and Roger Wolski for Falcon Picture Group. Doug James speaking.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Hank? Hank!
Oh, morning, Captain.
Anything on the radar?
Not yet. No signal at all.
Try 4.0, true. It'll probably come from that direction.
I had her on that all morning, sir. Still nothing.
You're past your time, aren't you? Who's your relief?
Al Baines, Captain.
Baines? I'll see what happened to him.
Yes, sir.
Morning, all.
Anything yet?
Afraid not.
They lost, you figure?
There's no telling.
Okay if we fill our containers now?
Go ahead, as long as the water supply holds out. Be a while till the next batch is ready. Julie, where's your husband?
He was sleeping, Captain.
Get him, Julie.
Is something wrong?
There's something wrong.
Yes, sir.
How does it taste today, Henry?
Same as always, hot, flat, and unforgettable.
But wet. Suffer it a little bit more. 6 months from now, you'll be drinking chocolate ice cream sodas.
You want to see me, Captain?
There's a man in the radar tower who'd like to see you, Al. He would have liked to see you 2 hours ago when you were supposed to relieve him.
I overslept.
Tell that to Hank Parker up there in the tower. Tell him you overslept, and then be good enough to tell him, Al, that you'll stand his watch all day tomorrow.
That's not fair, Captain. It doesn't happen often.
Once is too often, Al. More than once is intolerable. And many more than once is a case history of Albert Baines who likes his sleep.
I prefer it to a stupid game in the hot sun, both of them.
A game, Al?
What are we listening for? 30 years of 2 shifts a day. What have we ever heard? Wind noise. And what have we ever picked up on the radar screen? Dust particles? But anything to make you happy, Captain.
You listen to me. There's a ship on its way, and when it reaches this atmosphere, it may want to be vectored in. They may want landing instructions, wind direction, ground temperature. And if Al Baines is in the sack, we may spend the rest of our lives here. Is that what makes you happy, Al?
How do we know there's a ship out there, Captain? A lot of garbled static 2 months ago that you told us was a message, and then nothing. 2 whole months, and you decide there's a ship coming here to take us back. You make the rules and set the watches and plan the days, and now you tell us the Messiah is coming. And you tell us to pray? The difference between you and me, Captain Benteen, is that I do my dreaming when I'm asleep. You do yours on your feet.
There's a ship coming, Al. All of us believe it.
Because he tells you to.
And we believe him. Whatever Captain Benteen says, that's what will happen.
Sure you believe him. He tells you this is the best of all possible worlds, and by God, you break into song. You're sweating your lives away on this rock, but the captain says it's paradise, and we have to clap our hands. Rule by hypnosis.
Al, there's a ship coming. This happens to be a fact. There's a ship coming. Believe it. I tell you, it'll happen. And you know it's real, just as you know this is real. You haven't forgotten our ship, have you? The Pilgrim One? The first spaceship sent up to colonize the outer regions? And this plaque, placed here by the 130 men, women, and children who established the first off-Earth colony. We owe them our belief, because they had faith. Don't ever forget that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd better go check on the generator.
This is William Benteen, who officiates on a small outpost in space. An outpost slowly disintegrating under the heat of two suns, with the holes, the cracks, the fissures that are the residue of despair. He tries to fill them with faith and to retain a faith of his own. This is a remnant society, a handful of people who left the earth looking for a millennium, a place without war, without jeopardy, without fear. What they found was a lonely, barren place whose only industry was survival. And this is what they have done for decades, survive. Until the memory of the earth, they came from what has become an indistinct and shadowed recollection of another time and another place. 2 months ago, a signal from Earth announced that a ship would be coming to pick them up and take them home. In just a moment, we'll hear more of that ship, more of that home, and what it takes out of mind and body to reach it. Because this outpost is located in the far reaches of the Twilight Zone.
And now, The Twilight Zone and our story, On Thursday We Leave for Home, starring Barry Bostwick with Stacy Keach as your narrator.
Can't keep the generator running, sir.
No wonder. Look at these wires. They're rotten.
That's all we got, Captain.
No backup?
This is it.
Any insulation?
That's all gone, too. We used it on the converter belts.
Well, we have to get the current running somehow. If that refrigeration unit stays off, the temperature in the underground rooms will go up 50 degrees.
Well, we could stop the saltwater converter for a day or so, switch the parts.
Then we'll have to do that. Tell the people to fill up all the jugs they have. We'll be shutting off the water in 6 hours.
Yes, sir. Captain, what about the ship?
It's on the way. We know that much. Then everything will be different. When we get back, the things that are old and worn out, we'll throw them away. Just throw them away.
Captain Benteen.
What?
The main square. Come quick.
It's Mrs. Rodale. She's hanged herself.
Cut her down.
Mommy, what happened? Is that lady all right?
Get them out of here.
Come, children.
God have mercy on her. You men there prepare her. We'll bury her in an hour.
Yes, sir.
We now consign to this planet the remains of Mary Rodale. We ask God in His infinite mercy to give her the serenity and joy that she sought while she was with us. And we ask His forgiveness for her sin.
Amen.
Amen. We ask that this good woman be allowed to rejoin her beloved husband who preceded her in death 11 years ago. Bid your farewells now.
Forgive her, Lord.
Have mercy on her, Lord, for what she's done. A terrible thing.
She didn't know what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing. Better and clearer than the rest of us.
This is a funeral, Al.
The 9th funeral in the last 6 months. Nobody talks about it. We just let it go by. But there have been 9 people who thought that maybe heaven is a place where they can get a drink of water without salt in it, where they'll be able to breathe air without choking on the heat of it.
If you want to talk blasphemy, Al, take it away from here.
I'm talking truth, Captain Benteen. I'm saying that this woman and the others, they took their own lives because living became intolerable. And I say that dying was their right.
Anything else?
Just this question. I put it to everyone here.
Al, please.
No! Isn't living tough enough that we don't have to do it by the book? Isn't it hot and blinding and miserable enough that there shouldn't have to be rules? So that we shouldn't have to suffer by the numbers? Will anyone make the simple observation that there's far more happiness going into that hole than what's left above ground? There's more peace of mind in that dead body than all you mourners put together. All we've got here is anguish. Captain Benteen, let us live with it or die from it in our own way.
Young Mr. Baines here wants us to lie down in the sun. Young Mr. Baines would have us give in to death when there is still life. He would end all the rules. He'd throw away the regulations. There'd be no standing in line for water. Let the strong take it away from the weak. No rationing of food. Let the young steal it from the old. And when that ship comes down to take us back to Earth, it won't find a society. It will find only a pack. There'll be no human beings left. Only animals. There's a ship coming. It's winging its way in now. It's on its way. Say it. Say it out loud. Let me hear you say it. There's a ship coming.
There is a ship coming.
There's a ship coming.
There's a ship coming.
There's a ship coming.
There's a ship coming. There's a ship coming.
That's right.
There's a ship.
A ship.
Yes.
A ship that's coming to take us. Hear that? Can you hear that, everyone? Do you hear? It's the...
Meteor storm! It's a meteor storm!
Find shelter. Get inside. Up to the cave. Get up to the cave.
Julie! It's Julie. She's bleeding.
Quickly, we have to move.
I can't. Something hit my arm. I think it's broken.
Stand aside, I'll carry it.
How is she?
It's just a cut to the forehead, not very deep. But keep this bandage on it.
Julie? Julie, honey? Can you hear me?
Al?
Don't let her move just yet. She may have a concussion. How's your arm?
It's not broken. Must have been a rock that hit it. Captain, thank you.
For a little first aid. No thanks necessary. I deliver babies, too. you might want to keep that in mind. Now, I'd better go see to the others.
Will it go on much longer, Captain?
I wish I knew. It sounds like it's spending itself.
I've seen meteor storms before, Captain, but nothing this size.
What about the damage, Henry?
2 underground cells destroyed. At least, that's what it looked like from out front.
Everybody accounted for?
I think we're all here, Captain.
I've checked. Nobody's missing.
Thank God. Everyone try to stay calm. The worst of it is over. Jojo?
Yeah, Captain?
You're not scared, are you?
Well, kinda.
Now, we can't have that. Mind if I sit for a minute? We'll talk, you and me.
Captain, tell me about the Earth.
Would you, Captain? Tell us what you remember.
Yes, do.
Well, all right, I guess I can do that.
We'd like to hear.
You, over there, is that you, Fran?
Yes, Captain.
And you, Buck.
Yes, sir.
You fill in the holes if I leave out anything. Straighten me out if I'm wrong about any of my recollections. Jojo, I was a boy of 15 when we arrived here. But I remember Earth. I remember it as a place of color. I remember that in the autumn, the leaves changed. They turned different colors, red, gold, orange. And I remember streams of water that flowed down hillsides, and the water was sparkling and clear. And I remember clouds in the sky, white, billowy things that floated like great, majestic ships. They looked like sails.
What are sails?
Don't you know what sails were? In ancient times, that's how ships moved across the water. There was so much water. The men unfurled large sheets of canvas against the wind, and it was the wind that moved them. And I can remember night skies. Night. Endless black velvet with stars. And sometimes a moon that seemed to hang there as big as the face of an old man, looking down on us all.
Captain, what's night?
Why, that was the quiet time, Jojo. Night was when the earth went to sleep. It was the cover it pulled over itself. Not like here, with 2 suns always shining, always burning. It was a darkness that felt like a cool hand brushing over tired eyes. And there was snow on winter nights. Gossamer things that drifted down and turned the earth all white. And we could build snowmen the next morning and see our breath in the air. And it was good then. It was right.
So, why did you leave there?
Oh, we thought we could find another Earth, Jojo. Then we found this. We thought we could escape war. We thought we could build an even better place. And it took us 20 years to find out that we had left our home 1 billion miles away, only to be stranded, like visitors, transients, that no roots could take hold in this ground. But it was too late. So we spend the next 30 years watching a clock and a calendar and waiting. But we can't wait any longer. Not a day, not an hour. We have to get back home. There's no more time. I'll go outside and survey the damage. Not much harm. Radar tower is still standing. What? Why, it's... Al! Al Baines, do you hear that noise? All of you, come out here. Do you hear it?
What is that?
That's not a meteor, and it's not wishful thinking. Not this time. Those are rocket engines. Look, I remember the sound of it. That's the ship! The ship has come at last!
Wow, what a ship. How fast can it go?
Oh, pretty fast. Watch your step.
Looks like you got plenty of room for everybody.
Do you have any water? Clean water?
We have enough.
Oh, doesn't that sound wonderful?
Delicious. Careful. I better talk to your leader. You have one, don't you?
Sure do. Captain Benteen.
I don't see...
He's standing over there. Hey, Captain, come see the ship.
Mr. Benteen?
I'm Benteen.
Colonel Sloan. I command the Galaxy 6. Our orders are to transport you all back to Earth.
Colonel, what took you so long?
6.5 months, Mr. Benteen.
100 times that. We've been waiting for 30 years.
Does it all look like this?
Salt flats and scrubby mountains. 2 suns, hot and perpetual.
30 years of it.
30 years. The children have never seen Earth, and some of the older ones don't even remember it.
They'll see it now. Our orders are to get you aboard as soon as possible. We figured that we should be able to lift off on Thursday. Are you still using Earth time?
Of course.
Good. That'll give you 3 days to prepare. Unfortunately, your people will only be able to take what they can carry. Over 200, aren't there?
187 men, women, and children.
It may be a little crowded, but we'll fit you all in. You've been used to a lot of space, Mr. Benteen, haven't you?
Space?
Room to move around.
That's all there is here. That and the heat.
I can feel it.
They'll make the trip standing on their heads if necessary.
I'm sure they will, but I don't think that'll be necessary.
Do you know, can you understand, what a godsend this is for all of us?
It's hard to imagine. I can only say your country's very, very proud of you.
What of the Earth? Has it changed?
Not too much.
Still green?
Still green.
And the cities?
The cities still stand.
And war?
As always, I'm afraid. One dies down, another one springs up. But through some miracle and the grace of God, we never had the big one. Now, Mr. Benteen, all things considered, I think you'll find it very much as you left it.
Captain Benteen.
Captain?
That's what the people call me. This place, their very lives, it's all been my responsibility.
You've done quite a job, Captain Benteen. But you can rest easy. I'll take over the responsibilities now.
No need. I'm used to the job, Colonel.
The living quarters, they're underground?
I was saying, Colonel, I'm used to the responsibility. I wouldn't quite know how to function without it.
Is it cooler there, Mr. Benteen?
I'm sorry, I didn't...
Your underground rooms, are they much cooler?
Yes, they're refrigerated. It's... Captain.
Morning, Captain.
George.
The best morning ever. We just wanted to say thank you, Captain.
Why? For what?
For keeping us alive all these years.
That's right. Without the captain, none of us would be here.
That's not necessary.
You better believe it, Colonel.
I do. I do believe it, Captain Benteen.
Go ahead, Colonel Sloan. That's all right. I'll see to the others.
You know, I don't need this. I'm not gonna take this.
Hi, Captain.
Julie, where's your bandage?
Oh, I don't need it anymore.
But we put one around your head so the cut would heal. What's this?
Isn't it incredible? It's called a medicinal patch. You wear it for 24 hours.
It accelerates the growth of new skin. Look at her forehead, Captain. You can hardly see the scratch.
Better put the sling back on your arm, Al.
I don't need a sling. Just this metal band. It's magnesium. Colonel Sloan said my arm would be perfect by the end of the week.
Well, I seem to have had my practice taken away from me. But while we're here, I'd use that sling. I'll bet I've fixed about 500 broken wings in my time, and the only way to be sure it heals properly is to keep the limb immobile.
Where's Colonel Sloan? I want to ask him what to pack.
Eleanor, let me help you with that bundle of clothing.
Thank you kindly, Captain.
I'll carry it for you.
No, thank you, crewman. I've got it.
Here you go, ma'am.
I don't know how to thank you. Are all the crew as strong as you?
That's our job, ma'am. Nothing to it.
Hello there, Captain.
Will.
I'm so excited. How much longer?
Not long. Be patient. May I have your attention, everyone?
Good question.
Quiet, please.
What is it, Captain?
As all of you know, we have less than 36 hours before we depart. And as I told you earlier, there is a maximum allowance of 14 pounds per person. Soon we'll begin weighing your belongings, and if we're over the limit, I'll make up a list of necessary items.
I hope I'm not intruding, Captain.
I was just telling them about the weight requirements.
We'll handle all that tomorrow. I heard you'd called a meeting here in the cave, so I brought Lieutenants Engel and Rafferty with me. Everyone has so many questions about Earth, I thought perhaps this would be a good time. More questions?
Actually, Colonel, the purpose of this meeting is simply to make some last-minute arrangements.
Colonel, I used to live in San Diego. Is California still the same?
Sunny and warm most of the time, but not this warm. Los Angeles has become the biggest city in the world.
These kinds of questions, we could just as well handle them when...
Colonel Sloan? Are there still major leagues? My dad used to tell me about baseball and the World Series.
The leagues are just as before, American and national.
What about the Dodgers?
They came in 10th last season. I'm told they need pitchers pretty desperately. I'll tell you what, when we're finished here, we'll improvise a ball and bat and have ourselves a game. How's that sound?
Yeah, that'd be great. Let's do it.
I think it's a little hot for that kind of activity. What we could do is have some group singing. We haven't done that for a while.
I got an old sack. That'll be the ball. Who's got a stick?
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Please, wait. We haven't finished yet. Jojo, I haven't told you a story in a long time. How would you like to hear a story about... What have you got there?
This is what they call candy. One of the spacemen gave it to me. It tastes...
Sweet, Jojo. It tastes sweet.
Yeah, sweet, Captain. Want a bite?
No, thank you, Jojo.
Back on Earth, we can get all we want.
Something, Captain?
I'm not sure. I'm not at all sure. You've promised them all candy. You've made it sound as if that was what the Earth is made of. Sugar and spice and everything nice. Maybe they ought to be told the truth.
The universal language.
Baseball. You have a limited vocabulary, Colonel. Do you have any idea what the temperature is? At this hour, it's about 110. I don't know whether your crew can take it, but I know my people. They're going to pay for this little athletic event. Some of the older ones, it might even be serious for them.
It's just a game, Benteen. My guess is that it's worth it. Now, I'd better get back to the ship.
Colonel Sloan.
Something else, Mr. Benteen?
Colonel, when we get on the ship, you can tell us what to do and we'll all fall into line. But here, in this place, I'm in command.
I'm not trying to usurp authority, Mr. Benteen, but I really don't see what harm a little game...
It's still Captain Benteen. For now.
Galaxy crewmen, back to the ship. That's an order.
It's time for rest now. All of you go back to your homes. I'll announce when the new day will start.
I don't know. I guess it's suddenly illegal to have fun.
You happy now, Captain?
I was never unhappy, Colonel. I just happen to know what's right and what's wrong. I ask you to keep your crew in the ship during the rest time. I don't want my people distracted.
You rule with a heavy fist.
If it were 1 ounce lighter, no one would have survived. I've held these people together by will. They'd have died, Colonel, without someone they could hold on to. They'd have withered away.
Not anymore, Captain. Relax.
That's a luxury I've never been able to afford, Colonel. I've never been able to marry, to think only of myself, because of them. I've been a father figure, a governor, a confessor. I've been all those things. And if I hadn't been, there'd be no life here. These are my people. Understand? My people.
What's with him, Colonel?
I'll bear with him a little bit longer, fellas. He's really quite a man. He's got just one minor aberration.
And what's that?
He believes he's God. As far as he's concerned, we're booting him out of heaven.
Yes?
Mr. Captain Benteen is here, sir.
Show him in.
Very well, sir.
Come in, Captain. Sorry my quarters are a bit cramped. Please, sit down.
Colonel Sloan, this is a list of all passengers with their approximate weight and the weight of their belongings after each name. The scale we have is pretty beat up. My guess is that it underweighs by about 4 or 5 pounds.
Fine. All I wanted was an approximation. We'll weigh them in on our own equipment before blast off. This is Wednesday, 12 midnight? I keep getting confused with the constant light. When do the people get up?
About 2 Earth time. The hours from 7 until 1:45 are the hottest. That's when we try to stay indoors. Then we have our meetings at the cave about 2 hours afterwards. We've had to improvise our own schedule.
You've improvised very well, Captain. I looked at the saltwater converter, your electro plant, the sun shields you put up over the crops. Very inventive.
Necessity hasn't been the mother of invention here. It's been the father and the whole family.
Well, you'll be able to give way to progress now. Though I wonder if all of it'll be to your liking. The way you'll be lionized when you get back to Earth. You're referred to in the press as the Lost Pioneers. They're going to make quite a thing of you when we land.
Oh?
Wherever any of your people settle, there'll be keys to the cities, brass bands. I expect they'll scatter all over the U.S. The government's had inquiries by, well, it must be thousands of relatives. My guess is that they'll just about have time to look into a television camera and then get whisked off.
Well, they won't be scattered, Colonel. They'll go as a group. We'll find a place where we can settle, and that's where we'll stay.
I'm talking about when we get back to Earth, Captain.
That's what I'm talking about. They won't be splitting up. Not my people.
Captain, as a point of interest, did you ever ask them?
Ask them what?
Whether they'd want to stay together.
That would be a ridiculous question, like asking a child if he wants some more ice cream. They're children, you see, Colonel. Oh, chronologically, they range from 6 months to 60-odd years, but socially, psychologically, they're children. I've kept them alive and functioning all this time. Once we're back on Earth, I'll simply continue the process.
Captain Benteen, Have you told them that? Have you told them that after 30 years of waiting, 30 years of living in a compound, they're going to travel 1 billion miles just to walk into another one? Have you?
There's no need. They wouldn't have it any other way. To leave them to their own devices, that would be an act of cruelty.
Captain, do me one favor. Just ask them.
Naturally, we won't have to concern ourselves with the colder climates, the northeastern states, the upper regions of the Great Plains. We'll find an area much farther to the south, perhaps Florida or Texas. Southern California has a temperate climate.
Captain, you better tell us about frostbite treatment, because I'm moving to Wisconsin. That's where my family settled originally.
What about Oregon, Captain? That's where Joan and I plan to settle. I've heard about the forest there.
New York.
Please, wait a minute. You don't understand. Let me make this clear. All of you will have a chance to meet your relatives. I see no reason why visits can't be arranged, perhaps even for a week or more. But naturally, we'll remain together as a community in whatever land grant we obtain from the government, or whatever given area we can arrange. I can assure you of one thing, and I hope put all your fears to rest. I'll remain as your guide, your consultant. And I guarantee that no one will lack for my help or my advice.
Captain, Julie and I were thinking of farming.
Why, that's a fine idea, Al. We'll farm just as we have farmed, but much more easily. The rainfall back on Earth is so plentiful. And as I told you, there's only one sun, so you won't have to shield the crops. Of course we'll farm. Certainly, we'll farm.
Julie's got relatives in the state of Washington.
You couldn't take the cold. None of you could. But I guarantee that wherever we settle, the farming will be good. I'll see to that. What's the matter?
Don't you understand? We don't plan to stay together.
You don't understand, Al. You've never understood much of anything. If we split up, I seriously doubt that we'd survive.
Al, explain it to him. Go on.
We'll survive, Captain. If anyone wants to stay together, that'll be their right. But if they want to go their own way, that'll be their right too. Am I wrong, Colonel?
You're not wrong. We're to take you back as a group. Once on Earth, you can do as you please.
Colonel, let us settle our differences in our own way.
There are no differences, Captain.
There are differences. There are. Changes that have taken place on Earth. Things we aren't prepared for. Oh, the Colonel has made it sound like a big holiday. The good life just plucked off a tree. Well, friends, I don't want any of you disillusioned. Wherever men live, they grub, they scrabble. They have to dig to stay alive. It's a fact. But together, that's the word, together. We've got to stay together. Think of that word now. Let's say it out loud. Everybody, now. Together. 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 Together.
Looks like the congregation isn't with you anymore, Captain.
What's the matter with all of you people?
Wait. I've made the compartment assignments. I'd like to go over them with you.
Assignments?
There's not much time, and there's some things we have to check off. There's a decompression problem that we've got to tell them about, and a moment of weightlessness shortly after we leave the atmosphere that I want to explain to the children.
Do you know what we called you while we waited for you to come? We called you the Messiah.
Did you?
You were supposed to bring freedom, but that's not what you brought. You brought selfishness, dissatisfaction, divisiveness. With all the misery we've had here, those germs never infected us.
I brought nothing but a ship and a crew and a means of escape. You've had no diseases, no viruses. Did it ever occur to you why? You've lived in a test tube, Captain. Antiseptic and germ-free and sterile. Sure, you're a group, a cell, but that's all over with. Now it's time for you to be what God meant you to be, individuals. Time to break the test tube. Time to rejoin the human race. What I'd like to know is why in the name of God you're so reluctant about it.
Because I remember the human race. This is incredible. Oh, it's really incredible. I was wrong, Colonel. I've been telling them about an Earth that doesn't exist. An imaginary garden. No, we can't go back. It's too late.
Captain, really?
Everybody, gather around. I've got something to tell you. Listen to me, all of you. I want to tell you all. Listen to me, all of you. I want to tell you about the real Earth.
Captain, are you all right?
Let's talk about the diseases. What? The viruses, the cancers, the floods and the freezing, the wetness and the cold. And there are other miseries, worse than anything we've experienced. Hatred, jealousy, violence. Listen to me. It's an Earth we don't know. We can't leave here. We'd be committing suicide. We'd die of things we've never been exposed to before. We'd die of the loneliness that animals get in a zoo. Because we don't belong. We don't belong to his kind. Do you understand me? We don't belong there.
Captain Benteen, why don't you let your children vote on it?
Only if they know what's waiting for them. Only if they understand that Earth isn't any garden. It's never been, and it never will be.
That's fair enough. I'll tell you what Earth is. The same as it's always been. It's a race struggling to survive, just as you have survived. Captain Benteen is right when he tells you that it isn't all a place of beauty. There may still be wars and prejudice and strife. I suppose there will always be jealous men and angry men and unforgiving men. But it has one thing you don't have. Every man is his own master. There won't be anyone telling you when to eat and when to sleep and when to meet, what to sing and how to play. Instead of heat, you may feel cold, and instead of thirst, you may feel hunger. But you'll be men and women. You won't be sheep. You won't be a kindergarten. And when you pray to God, his name won't be Benteen. A vote now, Captain, and the majority wins. Those of you who want to be on the ship 10 hours from now, heading back to Earth, step forward.
All right, I'm going. Let's go. Let's go. Go. That's it. Let's go.
I suppose that makes it unanimous, Benteen.
Even you, Jojo?
Well, I want to go with the Colonel.
Give me something, anything. Give that sledgehammer. Here.
No, let it go.
Angle, Rafferty. There, sir.
Stop him. He's running from the ship. No. Captain, no, please. I gotta grab
him. We'll see how far you get. Without a tail fin.
Put it down!
You all right, Colonel?
I'm fine. What about the ship?
Just a couple of dents, nothing serious. Lucky you stopped them when you did.
Captain Benteen, let go. For everyone's sake, loosen your grip and let go.
God help you. God help you all. Tomorrow you think you're getting on a ship headed for paradise. What you don't realize is you're heading for hell.
What about you?
I'll stay here. That's right. This is my home. This is where I belong. This is where you belong. You just don't have the brains or the guts or the sense to know it.
This ship leaves at 0800 tomorrow. If you're not on board...
I want no special privileges, Colonel Slow. No special treatment. If you're to blast off at 8, you blast off at 8. As for the rest of you, you can go on the ship or you can remain here with me. I'll be at the cave. Any who want to remain can meet me there.
That's it, folks. The rocket's fired up. Everybody on board, single file.
What about the captain?
I'll give it one last try. Lieutenant Engel, see to the passengers. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Where are you going, sir?
To the cave.
Captain?
Benteen? Benteen, we know you're in here. Please, let us talk to you.
He's not going to show himself, Colonel.
We're leaving now. We have to blast off in 5 minutes. If we don't, we'll have lost our orbital position. Benteen, it has to be now.
Captain! Captain, please, come out!
Remember this. If we leave without you, there'll be no other ships. This is where you'll live the rest of your life. And this is where you'll die. All right, Benteen. As you prefer. Let's go, Baines.
Goodbye, Captain.
Hello, friends, all together at the meeting place. Any new business today? No? Jojo, I'll bet you want to hear about Earth. About the rivers and the seas, the blue skies, or the night, the stars and the moon. Which do you want to hear about this time? There's color on Earth, the change of seasons. And the wind brings the smell of the ground, the plants, the seeds, the roots, flower petals, sap from the trees, and the smell of the weather, the rain or the mist or the fog. And on the earth, there's green, the color green, the feeling green. There's something fresh about it, something living. Earth. It's called Earth. Don't leave me. Please. Oh, don't leave me. No! Don't leave me behind! Don't leave me.
A man named Benteen, sometimes known as Captain, who had certain prerogatives. He could lead, judge, legislate, even dictate. It became a habit, and finally, a necessity. William Benteen, once a god, now a population of one, on a distant outpost in the Twilight Zone.
Hi, this is Carl Amari, producer of the Twilight Zone radio dramas. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our official website at twilightzoneradio.com, where you'll get the latest news and information on these Twilight Zone radio dramas. Plus, at twilightzoneradio.com, you can digitally download 3 free episodes or any of our episodes for only $1.95 each. In this age of ever-changing technology, we've decided to make these episodes instantly available to you by making the Twilight Zone radio dramas a digital download-only series. This means that this series will no longer be offered on CD. The CD collections at our website are now being offered while supplies last at buy one, get one free. So be sure to get your favorites before they're sold out. Be sure to visit us often, and I'll see you in the zone.
On Thursday, We Leave for Home, starring Barry Bostwick with Stacy Keach as your narrator, was adapted for radio by Dennis Etchison and written for The Twilight Zone by Rod Serling. Heard in the cast were Mike Starr, Christian Stolte, Elizabeth Lido, C.J. Amari, Richard Hensel, Justin Kaufman, Kurt Nabig, Joby Cerny, Jennifer Joy, Meg Thalken, Tracy Hernandez, Jake Salins, Doug James, Jeff Lupetin, and Amanda Amari. The producers of The Twilight Zone wish to thank CBS Enterprises and the Rod Serling Estate for making this series possible. This copyrighted radio series is produced and directed by Carl Amari for Falcon Picture Group. Sound design and custom Foley effects for The Twilight Zone by Cerny American Creatives Bob Benson, Craig Lee, Michael Slaybach, and Matt Sorrow. To learn more about the Twilight Zone radio dramas and to contact us, visit our official website at twilightzoneradio.com. Doug James speaking.